Good evening, everyone. Very little time left before the event starts. But I hope you guys are all well, that your day, your evening has been going well, and that we will enjoy some nice racing together. I'm just checking a little bit here the leaderboard to see some lap times. Because, well, this is a 300% fuel challenge, and it's a 90-minute race. So there is immediately a big question, because 19 minutes is like 55-56 laps, and that's either 4 times 14 or 5 times 11 plus maybe one more. So 4 times 11, 1 times 12. And I attempted in practice to do 14, which is, well, actually a huge fuel save effort. And it felt slow, so maybe plan A is to go for the push and just refuel more. Anyway, servers are starting, and hello Joao, Mario, Ked, Jose. Hope we are in the same split tonight. Well, there is not too many people registering, I think, so I guess it could be just one split, maybe? Not sure. We will see. And Giacomo, as Giacomo posted before about his love for BMW, yeah, I kind of like it as well, even here. Although there is like one big issue with this car at Portimao. All the braking zones are kind of like, you're still kind of turning when you're braking, and this car doesn't like that. It's LMDH, and it's not just LMDH, it's also the BMW feature that it's so easy to micro lock up the front inside and lose a lot of rotation. So it's difficult. Especially this hairpin which is on the picture here, it's so difficult. The front just will not bite, or even if it bites a bit, it suddenly just stops turning. So it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. But it should be alright. The car is very fun to drive anyway. We also have Michi driving. In fact, let's go into his voice chat. Hello.
Hello.
Let's set our push to talk. Yeah, that's gonna work. Unable to join the server.
I have no idea what to do with that book.
I'm unable to join the server. Please try later.
What? What's that all about then?
Question. Restart the game, try again.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hi David. Well, happens. Well, there is still the special event tomorrow and on Saturday and Sunday, which you can do. It's gonna be a weird one, the special event, only 40-minute race with Isota. Okay, there is no join button. Online? Weekly races? I'm registered? Join event. We are loading. Okay. Yep, well, sim racing always... I mean, I say sim racing, but maybe I should say Le Mans Ultimate always brings a bit of extra excitement or adrenaline before the race even starts. I need to use the gloves today for this. I will not be able to hold to the steering wheel without them. Look at those holes, like, I don't know. That's been 10 months in use. I mean, I've abused them quite a lot, so I guess that's alright. Otherwise they still feel pretty good, like the grip is fine on everything. Too strong FFB. Exactly, much too strong FFB, especially on the fingertips, like here, I don't know, like... because the palms are perfect. Barely any wear on this. Yeah, I think I'm in the server successfully. So yeah, only one split today. Setup. I think I had it signed already, but let's go down on fuel. And let's see how this thing drives. I need a new pair. Well, I had one pair of Tuatara gloves. Before I speak of gloves, I heard that this is the correct way to exit the pits. There's no cut, no nothing. And supposedly people have been doing that for quite some time, and I didn't know. Anyway, about Tuatara gloves, well, they are the least bad gloves on the market. I'm yet to find gloves that I will really truly like in every aspect. Did you see that, like in the middle of the corner, the car suddenly just goes straight? I don't know how to fix it. But yeah, I was happy with the gloves. I received them for a prize at Maastricht in January. I've been speaking of Maastricht quite a lot. Actually, in fact, I might go again this upcoming January to Sim Formula Europe, Sim Expo and the competition. But yeah, I mean for 10 months, and I've just been throwing them into the washing machine on 30 or even 40 Celsius, and they have held up pretty well. Maybe I have not been diligent enough when cutting my fingernails. But this hand is fine, this hand is not. I do play guitar though, so this side is more cut than this side. Maybe it's a client-side issue. But if they hold for 2 more months, and if Tuatara are at Maastricht again, maybe I can just get new ones straight from them. Ah, it's ×3 fuel. ×3 fuel, which means that if I take as much liters as I did now, I will not be able to finish even a single quali lap. Have I tried sync mesh? I have not tried yet. There is, well, several companies that I'm yet to try, but then again I would need to like spend, I don't know, 500 euros to get different companies. So 8 liters per lap, let's say I want to do 4 laps consecutive, 3, maybe 4. Felt like 3rd lap is fastest, or 4th. That's 32. Maybe take a little bit extra. Wait. This is confusing. Some W's are in there. Let me fix that. So this car has mediums, hards, and duets. So apply, save. Yeah, there will be some people on hards, and I heard that some people could take hards only on one axle, or even on one side, or on one tire. Okay, Joao. Well, I'm happy to try out things. For this corner, it feels like the only way to really avoid that deadly understeer in the middle is just to completely throw it in as soon as you start the turn entry, and then just wait for corner exit. But even with, I mean, I talked about 11 versus 14 laps fuel strategy. So it's 3 versus 4 pit stops. Even with 4 pit stops, it's still gonna need a little bit of fuel saving. And some people could do like 12 lap stints and then in the end short fuel. One more lap of practice. Well, I mean, I will note it down for the gloves, although, ooh, that was close. What did I want to say? I wanted to say something about the sponsorships and gloves, but yeah, let's see. I will keep it in mind, and maybe we get something. Although, well, we don't really have a huge exposure yet when it comes to Rafa esports team. And then for people like Ian Porter, who is, well, driving for Rafa in real life, he has as much exposure as he wants, but then he has bigger sponsors than Sim Racing Gloves. It's a bit of a tricky one. Noshi, it's not possible to join anymore because you would have to be registered 10 minutes ago. But they needed to make the system like that so that enough of servers could spool up in time. Anyway, we are the first in the row. Prato Alpine Hypercar is in the game indeed. It's been released, well, in the latest...
how's the BMW?
Ola, BMW is alright. Locking up a little bit into corners. Otherwise, should be fine. What, if you mean that?
Yeah.
I mean, LMDH, you know.
See?
Pole position prediction?
From Bila low 31.
Copy. Well, good luck.
Likewise.
31 low, says Michi. Well, let's see. I don't think that's too crazy quick. I might have a chance. Well, Rafa announcing big plans. I would hope that Le Mans Virtual Series get announced. That would be the biggest plans for Rafa, for me. I don't really know about the Alpine cars, to be honest. So yeah, there is no other Alpine in there. Just the newest hypercar. So lap 1 is slow because the tires are cold. So it's just gonna be a clean lap without lockups while we build up the temperatures. The track temp is like super high, 51. The tire temps still not that high. I really don't know how that works. Like why are temperatures so low on the tires? I mean, they start on whatever the air temperature is. But still. Alright, Prato. Well, I will not remember the numbers, but yeah. The Alpine that is in the game is quite a weird car. Weird to drive. Yeah, probably that's a no. I mean, we have 23 WEC content and 24 content is being released. So that's all that is in the game. Are we getting blocked there? Tough luck. Anyway, we will have fuel for one more lap after this, yeah. What was that guy doing? Well, not paying attention, I suppose. And if he exited the pits, he was on cold tires, and cold tires have absolutely no grip. It shouldn't really be the case if it's 51 Celsius track temp. That was an Alpine, I think, in the gravel. Yeah, Joao, well, public lobbies, you know. I mean, the racing is still alright. Most of the times. Dan, who would have such an idea, right? Alright, so this should be a good fast lap. The Ferrari is abandoning it, and I'm purple. I'm hopeless in this corner. Braking so early, still locking up, and still messing up with some understeer. A bit wide on the exit. Here I want to take a wider line, but there is no rubber. Oh no. I needed to compromise the entry here. But it's still good enough for P1. Wow. Well, the BMW has some speed, it seems. Yeah, I can improve that quite a bit. So that was half of the session. I guess it makes no sense to really fuel up for one more lap than that. The tires will struggle after that. Michi qualifying on hards. What? Yeah, this pit exit is so weird, but that's supposedly how we are supposed to, like, how we should use it. Bonk. Well, do you have damage? I have damage. I had a bit of understeer, but I think that GTE did not see me understeering towards him. Oopsie. Well, still enough time for 3 more attempts after this outlap. For the strategy, I mean, it's a bit weird because in the end it really doesn't change much if it's times 3 or if it's just normal, because maybe normal would be similarly difficult on fuel. Not sure how long the fuel goes here at Portimao. On some track it's like 40 to 45 minutes, on some it's 50 minutes. But it's more or less just like normal push on ×3, and you cannot really make much with strategy. Although, let me get proven wrong. It's a lot of traffic ahead of me. I have a car on a lap behind, and then another one, but I think it's a hypercar. GT is coming. Alright, should be enough space. Hello, Jan. I don't know what to do with inputs there at all. No grip. Well, tires are not up to temp yet. I need to make sure I have good space on track for the next lap. Not too many GTEs around. Yeah, the car kind of dies, but I think it was the same with other cars. As if there is like a patch of tarmac which just has zero grip multiplier. It just stops rotating. And it doesn't matter, like it was LMH Ferrari or LMDH Cadillac or BMW. It does the same thing. Bottoming out, I don't know. Makes no sense because it's inside in a low speed corner. And here I get over rotation. Yeah, that lap is gonna not be worth anything. So I'll just take it easy and go for it the next lap. Just not biting. Just nothing from the front. And I tried to fix it with the setup, but then some other corners are super oversteery. Like that last left hairpin at the top of the hill. It's so positive, like the rear just rotates around like crazy. I have 2 GTs ahead. That's not gonna be good. Seconds, 5. I'll get them right in those corners there. But I need to go because there is traffic behind. Well, let's see. One is boxing, the other one is not. I hope I get him on the back straight. Too far back. He's faster than me in that hairpin anyway, so that worked out. Terrible. But I will gain it back here, I think. Actually not. I have only lost a 10th by that super weird line last time. And now I'm out of fuel. Oof. Oh, that was not best. That was super weird. But you saw like a little bit of a lockup and then suddenly the rear rotates like crazy, so... It's not easy. I think it was easier to drive on race fuel. Well, at least I'm not the only BMW around. But let's see. Michi is still 1 second behind. Wait, can I click start driving? I can. So let's see the Delta. This is Daniele. So Michi is gonna start his lap, his last attempt now. There is so many Peugeots around. No, Michi is struggling. I mean, P2, P3, P4 look fast. But I'm really surprised to see no Toyota. There was a little bit of BOP. I think Toyota actually received quite a lot for Portimao. But suddenly there is a lot of love for the Peugeots. Michi is struggling so hard. Ah, he does go for the very outside line. Hello, Marvin. Yeah, he has no front grip either. He's gonna understeer again. Oh man. That looks terrible to drive. He's still on hards. But are hards 1 second of pace? He improved a bit. Ah, he's on medium. Okay, maybe it's a bug here, so that it shows the last car on hards or something. But he missed so many apexes, there was just no grip in the front. I mean, I don't have much grip in the front either, but at least I had some rotation from the rear when it wasn't locking up. So the Peugeots have green front, which means there is hard on the front left. It's bug with my display. Copy. Yeah, so about... What is that flashing? Like something happens behind. I thought of having hards, but actually my rears were more than the fronts, so I would need hard on the rear. But then I'm just going to slide more. So it's gonna be 5 stints. Maybe I will replace the one set of tire after 2 stints and the other set of tires, or like one axle after 2 and the other axle after 3 stints. If that would make sense. Because I think both tires, I mean both axles, or like all full tires are 12 seconds, but only 2 tires are 4, so there's a bit of a time gain. But I'm not sure how the car balance is, but maybe we find out today. Let's get the fuel in. I'm just gonna open up the radiators. I don't trust this weather. Start driving. Mark, it's times 3. So yeah, well, 90-minute race with normal tire wear and times 3 fuel. So it should be quite interesting. Erratic driving, copy. I thought I had pit limiter on. Maybe the button doesn't work when waiting and when being stationary. Yeah, should be quite spicy. Let's see how long the Peugeots can go, if they have it easier to fuel save. The start here is usually quite late, right? We better be ready. The Peugeot has much longer first, I think. I thought for a moment that Daniela was starting in second gear. Thank you, dear chat. Alright then. Now let's see which car is able to get temperature into the tires first. My balance is good. So my target for 11 laps is 9.0-ish. So I need to stay close to that target. That was 9.2. Need a bit more lifting. Although when we have a race start, you spend on throttle pedal a lot longer because you're accelerating from 60. So it's easy to spend more fuel. So tire temp or track temp is, well, about 50. So tire temps still need quite a long time to heat up, but well, now they should be inside the window, but we will need to observe especially that rear left, because it could be overheating quite a bit. .6, okay, that was too much saving. But we could already go for that 12 lap stint, because it could be 55 laps or it could be 56, and then that's 5 times 11 or one of the stint with 12.
How many laps you plan doing?
Understeer. Well, we will see. I think 56 should be like full push.
Was more like on the stints.
Uh, 11 or 12.
Are you saving significantly or just a bit?
9, I mean, target is 9.0-ish. I had a bit less previous lap. Why?
I'm going for 12 laps, but I'm very slow.
Well, for 12 the target is really small, so
It's 8.2 or so.
yeah, not easy.
Running at 7.5. Okay, explains a bit of it.
My car make a lot of... Well, I don't know what exactly that sound would be like. You mean on the straight, like bottoming? Or... Yeah, through this compression. I have a little bit of bottoming, yes. But I'm not losing much on the straights. I could gain a couple of milliseconds with higher suspension, but most of the corners are just like braking zone into low speed corner with a like low speed traction exit, and I just want to have the car soft and low. And then I could use a bit more packers for high speed to prevent that crunching to the ground. But then the last corner would struggle or suffer from it. I mean, it's really a weird track. It's more low speed than it looks like, or like all the high speed corners are flat out, or almost flat out. So then you don't really know what to do exactly. If the setup is not good in the last corner, then, well, you're not gonna defend or overtake any car. But if the car is very fast in the last corner, then it's gonna be bad elsewhere. But the pace now kind of seems stabilized. It felt like as if I got more confidence in the setup or in the car in the opening laps. And Daniela caught up with me a little bit. But now it's kind of similar. Well, he was a bit slower on the last lap. And then he has hards on the front. So he could be slower at the start. I mean, that's why he lost quite a bit in lap 1 and lap 2, I suppose. Look at that understeer, I cannot do anything about it. And yeah, sorry in advance, I will keep complaining of it every couple of laps. Very uncomfortable place on track to lap traffic. Was I flat out? I think I was. I think it's like barely flat out, but the left side tires struggle. Yellow flag. I see a Porsche. Still yellow. Okay. That's what I feared, like a stationary car after the blind apex. So the first wave of traffic is that Porsche stopping keys. Well, that's not the most brilliant position to be in. Ay ay ay. I was avoiding the Ferrari and got a bit of a nudge from behind. Give me slipstream, the Peugeots are coming. Finally he moves away. Ooh, big snap. It's scary how late the Peugeot can brake. I didn't really plan to go for it. Not confident enough in my grip. Well, that was one batch of traffic, and the lapped hypercars didn't make it any easier. I was super scared the whole time. I just tried to survive and stay in P1. Do I feel any difference in frame rate? Nope. While running 100 to 107 FPS, 111. It's same as before. That Peugeot there... Ah, he escaped now. Okay. I cannot do anything about that corner. I broke early, despite lift and coasting, and I was just locking up a little bit. Yeah, about my frame rate, well... Okay, well, he parked it on the inside, that's fair enough. Yeah, my OBS and streaming and so on takes quite a lot of CPU relatively. And the game is already very limited by CPU. So then when I open up OBS, things don't become any better. I mean, 100 FPS, it's alright, you know. I cannot really complain about it too much. For esports it would not be enough. But for races like this, it's usable. I mean, I don't really have stutters, it's just like constant low FPS feeling. It's that same feeling as it was in RF2 when sometimes you could have 200 FPS but it felt like you had 40. Now I have 100 FPS but it feels like I have 50, 55, I don't know. It's like the front axle just detaches mid-corner. It's absolutely incredible. I would love to take a little bit of rotation from this corner and put it into that corner. There is no rubber on the exit, or like on the outside. And here I get a bunch of rear rotation. It's a difficult track, and hypercars are not easy around hairpins. Very heavy, low downforce at low speeds, of course. Yeah, G-Sync, well... yeah, G-Sync would solve a lot of problems here. But I was more annoyed by the positioning of the default LMU HUD than by slightly more stuttery experience. So we are boxing. Almost forgot to change the tires. But, I mean, to no change the tires. No. That's not the best corner to do that, but... why? I keep rotating as if there was softs in between. Now let's see if the Peugeots go a lap longer. Very long pit lane here as well. Christian, old asphalt feeling. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it could be the case that there are like patch... What? I crashed into something. Repair... What? These things are collidable. 29 seconds of damage. Oh dear. And it's first repairing damage, right? Or is it first putting in the virtual energy? Wait, it should be concurrent with fuel. Normal pit stop would be 40. Do I skip? I could skip, but I don't know if it's gonna be if my steering wheel will not be completely bent. Okay, well, let's see. This is first time I see these things being collidable though. Like, I don't know why they made them collidable. Anyway, back to front challenge. This game... I mean, at least the Peugeots are not going any longer, so... I will need to have like half a second pace advantage. So it's esports mode on or something. That was not great. Well, oops. I mean, is it normal then that a crash into a toolbox would cause 29 seconds of damage? And maybe in hindsight I should have skipped the repairs, but I really didn't know, like, I mean, it took less than 29 seconds for the damage. It was like 24-ish. So it must have been concurrent with something. And the Lambo is fast on the straight. No, don't do that to me. Well, that lap will not be half a second faster than Brambilla. Toolboxes weight okay, well, if they weigh half a ton, then... Well, I guess depends on how many tools there are inside. I guess this is how iRacing and ACC people feel when they go into RF2 and LMU and make a pit stop and crash into somebody who is stationary. Because they think it's like non-collidable. Well, now we have toolboxes alongside that. So 25 seconds to Daniele. That was too hot. That was way too far from the apex, but it was even a lapped car. I see a Lambo, not on track. Yeah, I got quite realistically immersed into the toolbox, I have to say. But it's really the worst thing, because you just don't know how much damage there is, so... When it was already taking it, I thought, well, maybe safer to just take the damage, like to take the repairs. Keep overtaking hypercars, but they are all lapped. But while these two ahead of me are now for position. Well, the Lambo is nice indeed. It's also nice to drive. Especially in a straight line, performance-wise. Not sure how good it is at Portimao. It will be difficult to overtake with the BMW. No performance on the brakes. So I will need to make a move on the straight already, not into a braking zone. He made the move, wow. I was 100% sure they were gonna crash and I'm gonna collect both places. But the caddy left the space opened. Can I stick my nose in? I can. Then the caddy has the power on the straight. Yeah, I'm losing too much time now. I would need surgical overtakes here. Well, that feels like Hamilton in a Mercedes when he somehow in P13 and just cannot do any overtake, despite having a lot of pace advantage. Okay, that's very tough. That's worse. That's for sure worse than what I had. Well, maybe 0.8 can be enough for a lap if battery is full. Seidu, it's ultra wide, 49 inch. Let's see the speed of Caddy. Well, P10. 9 more. Dear Alpine, what are you doing? He parked it on the apex. I hope people realize at some point that that's a very dangerous thing to do. Nice rear snap. Maybe it was a bit of dirty air. Yeah, I have maximum rear wing. Ah, that's a bit of slipstream, I suppose. Okay. Ooh, what? What? I looked at the timing for like half a second. And then next thing I see is some hypercar in the middle of the road. Well, I avoided him, but... Oof. Well, I guess don't look into screen and drive at the same time. I mean, this time the screen. By screen I mean the timing. Is this around the outside? It is. Oh, hi Mantas. Long time no see. Well, it's not going too great. I collided with a toolbox in the pit lane. So more yellow flags. That's... Ah, okay. I see. Oh, that's Mr. Cad, I think, trying to make his way around the track on 0.8 liters. Oh no. Hi, Yahya. Yeah, viewer tries to kill the streamer. No, I mean, if I crashed into him, it would be due to me not looking where I should be looking. Ooh. Okay. Didn't know which side to pick. I guess I picked the fastest side. I thought that GTE would take the curb on the left, but I went slightly too much towards his door. I mean, RF2 has toolboxes as well, but they are normally not collidable. Would be funny if actually track with low details did not have the toolboxes. Wait, that actually was the case once in RF2, I remember. We had a race and some people were crashing in the pit lane because they couldn't see the toolboxes. Yeah, I remember that now. It was quite... quite hilarious and tragic at the same time. So where is our friend? Still going strong. Maybe he actually makes it into the pits. I mean, in WEC, after quali laps, they are out of fuel, so they just finish the in-lap on the battery. You have not raced for 3 years, oof, that's quite a long time. I mean, I wonder if I, at some point in my life, get to the moment where I just don't race for a very long time, but I cannot see it coming yet. So that's Cadillac for the position. I don't have any straight line performance. Uh-oh, too deep, too deep. But I made it. And we're boxing already. Now I think I will just change the left side tires. If I go first front and then rear, it's gonna be undrivable. Seconds away from Michi. Well, that's achievable. Not sure about 26 seconds away from Daniele. I mean, I would have closed in on Daniele quite a bit, but I had 4 cars to overtake. Watching out for the toolboxes. Ooh. Nice Cadillac, that's gonna be a drive-through for him. So front left and rear left are medium, others are no change. Alright. Should be correct. But like this rear... I mean, sorry, but the box where I should box is like between the toolboxes. Like it's literally like... part of it is between the toolboxes, so something doesn't look quite right here. I mean, I guess in the race you would not have a toolbox this close to where you box. I need to have some external excuses, you know, but I don't know, it just feels so strange. Amici is going for 12 lap stints here. He's not looking too bad. Right, so we have quad tires on the left now. Feels drivable for now. So right after pit stop, already P7. And we have a couple of people still to box, I think. Although it could be just Michi. But this feels remarkably balanced. New left side tires and old right side tires. Not twitchy or anything, just feels normal. And I can already set this to no change and this to medium. Don't set your strategy and drive at the same time. Ay, ay, ay. But okay. Front right, rear right, medium, full tank. So I'm ready to box when it's needed. So I have 10 seconds of clean track ahead. If there is any pace with me, I need to unleash it now. Nietzsche is still in the box.
Are you quarter stinting this?
4 stops, 5 stints. Oh no, that's Michi. How are you in the same place on track as me?
I changed tires.
I changed 2 tires.
I changed all 4.
Ah, okay. Now we are back. We are back. I don't want special offers, no. Well, oops. What can I say? Not sure what was the last thing that you guys could see, but I got the blue screen of death. It said, oops, we've run into a problem. Like the Lofi. Well, thank you. I'll make it a bit louder. That's so unlucky. Like, everything went wrong. Cannot believe it. Even the camera reset itself. Well, what should I say? Stuff happens. I think it was a similar problem like I had at VEC. Because at VEC, if you remember, if you watched during quali, well, the whole PC just shut off. So now this is the second occurrence of this problem, which means that what does it mean? I have a PC issue. Everything was looked through, nothing was found, but looks like there is some hardware malfunction that sometimes hits. Yeah, no, it was a weird race. Like I had easy pole with a bad lap. I had the pace to win it. Then I hit the toolbox in the pits. I had 29 seconds of repair. I was coming back through the grid, and then the PC crashed. Well, that's racing, right? It's usually bad ram stick. Well, I mean, at VEC, it was in the middle of quali lap, or middle of out lap during quali, and basically, like, the screen, everything just went black, and PC turned off. So it was as if there was power supply issue. But today it was, well, blue screen, and it said, sorry, we have run into a problem. And then the PC restarted. You know what? In real life, that would have costed me a couple of tens of thousands of euros to fix an issue on the car. sim racing, that's gonna cost me a couple of €100 to maybe replace some parts. No, it's not, it's 12th gen Intel, it's 12,600K, which should be supposedly fine. Yeah, I mean, we've gone through the viewer logs last time when the PC closed down, but maybe today, because it went to the blue screen, there could be more logs, you know. I mean, I kind of thought of jumping into another race, but is there gonna be a lot of signups here? I think I should do another one. I will register for this one, because last time that I drove here, which was on where did I drive? Yesterday I drove and I crashed. Well, one moment then. Let me try to find the logs. Although I don't know, it's difficult to stream finding logs and these issues because I need to be careful not to leak something from my system or whatever. I mean, when streaming in public, I'm not confident if I can pull the correct window into the correct spot yet. Yeah. I don't know. I'll just drive. Let's just join a practice server and do a lap or two and do a race and then call it an evening. But I don't want to finish it like this with a PC crash. But maybe I get another crash and then I have better data to fix things. But yeah, sorry guys about it. Sorry very much. That's such a shame. Was looking like another win taken away from me by, I could say, no fault of my own, but I mean, I'm the only one that ever touched this PC from inside, so I assembled it 2 years ago. I won many races with it. But now the issue happens. Longer I wait, the harder it will be to find the error. Event viewer. Windows logs. System. So when did it happen? Like 12? I mean, why would it be harder to find? Like, it will just move down the list. Well, I'm not really sure what exactly to do that, to show there. Actually, Jan, I could screenshot you some things now. And then we just race. The system has rebooted without cleanly shutting down first. This error could be caused if the system stopped responding, crashed or lost power unexpectedly. Dump file generation succeeded. Previous shutdown was unexpected. I don't know. Let's just drive. Yeah, there are timestamps. Yeah, I have it opened now and it's there, so I will scroll through and find it later. Back on track. Now the issue is that I will be soon back into the silver rating free if problems like this keep happening. Must have lost like 200% with... Ah, now the sim hub is having a problem because it had a crash. So let's relaunch that. Oh, meanwhile, we have a nice voting going on, nice poll, and I see you guys much prefer Portimao to Algarve. Wait. Music off. Stream preview off. Joao, welcome back. What happened was that the PC has died, like it did in Virtual Endurance Championship. Ah, my now it's in the safe mode. No, it's not. No, it's fine. FFB kind of went full force to the right when it died, so I needed to hit the kill button, the kill switch, and I needed to undo it. So Joao, it was slightly different than at VEC. At VEC, it was as if the PSU just decided it's not gonna get any power into the system anymore, so everything went black. But today it went blue, like to the blue screen, and it said in that UFI colors, we have run into a problem or something like that, and that the system had to be rebooted, and it rebooted itself. And I don't think it's a temperature issue, because lately every time I drive, or like every second day, or let's say I open the manager, what's it called? Hardware monitor. And I monitor the temps closely, and maximum that I saw was 82 Celsius on the memory. GPU was 62, CPU is 70 max, 72 sometimes. Yeah, hardware monitor, that one, yeah. Disk space is fine. Faulty RAM, no idea, but well, you're not the first to suggest that, so there is a chance, obviously. But to be honest, the LMU is really pushing my system to the limit, especially the CPU. But, I mean, it's not that weak, I mean... Joao, okay. I also got told that it could be a power supply not being powerful enough. I have Corsair 750 something, so it's not a bad one. Replay bank may be full. I don't think that's a problem in Le Mans Ultimate, to be honest. Shouldn't be the case, yeah, as long as there is disk space. Donation box, yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, I'm waiting for some news from a part of team. We might get some PC parts. I have, so it's 12,600K CPU, and I have a 3080 RTX. Could BSOD happen if, like, PSU decides that it doesn't have enough power, but it still kind of has enough to still, well, provide enough power to make the logs and the dump files and so on. And to make the PC be able to even restart itself, because it restarted itself. I didn't have to restart it. Well, maybe the whole PC is just needs to be thrown through the window. I don't know. Maybe one RAM stick and the PSU at the same time. CPU is not one of the dying ones, it's older. 12th gen. I don't have any HUD, right? Let me put that on. Where is my dear tiny pedal? Come on. There you go. Alright. I mean, I had power supply issue 2 times in my life during a race or during an event. Once per 10 years. And both times, I mean, for this one that I had at VC, I mean, there cannot be anything else than a PSU or like just electricity cutting off, but there was no electricity cutting off because everything else was still working at home. But yeah, like 10 years ago when I had that at the first time, it was exactly the same, like everything just shut off mid-race. Just silence and darkness. And I thought there would be margin, you know. And again, I never had issue since I got the PC in late spring of 2022. But I assume there could be some components inside the power supply that could be just aging, and it would be not 750 anymore, but maybe, I don't know, 710, and then that would be marginal. I mean, I just went with... I went with what some these, what's it called, power supply calculators online show, like I compared a couple of them, and then I tried to have enough headroom so it would be like in the better efficiency. Okay, I need to remember this corner, because this happened... Wait, I need to go to the server, right? Oh, I know this bug. Sometimes it defaults to Sebring. Profile empty. I guess we wait for stuff to... Now the online is grayed out. What an evening! Are we streaming iRacing tomorrow or what? I mean, I have a couple of minutes spare. Yeah, time to load some Assetto Corsa. Let's relaunch it, but what a stream it has been today. Like, only issues and issues with everything. From the race start, actually, no, race start and stuff was fine. Like, we managed to go through the first wave of traffic kind of successfully with just one small tap. But then from that first pit stop onwards, it was just carnage and just everything being worse and worse. Okay, join event. It's gonna feel alright to finish this race actually, because I crashed out of the lead yesterday. Because the setup is so difficult. Oh, we have some storms outside. Then we could also say that the electrical system or like the network is overloaded by the storms. But then the lights and the lamps would be flashing around me first. All right. So we get one sector and 1 or 2 chicanes to practice and then straight to quali. And let's see if I'm actually completing the lap today, because yesterday Mr. Last Name says salute. Hello. Ah, that's the bug where you cannot exit the chat. Yeah, if you press escape, it doesn't exit the chat. I saw that one already. So... well... It's better if this happens during streaming than during some big esports, you know. But it's still not great. But yeah, I will try to figure out, maybe order 2 new RAM sticks and a new power supply. Although for the next PC build I wanted to go to DDR5 because I'm still on DDR4 now. And then... wait, can DDR5 be plugged into DDR4? Does it work that way? DDR5 and X3D, yes, the 7800 X3D. Would love to have that one. Different slot sizes, yeah, probably, yeah. It's crazy how the frame rate drops for no reason when going to quali session. Like now it was 90 FPS, now it's 110. In practice session with cars actually visible it was 200. That's quite stuttery now. Still, the chat... that's annoying. Return to garage, start driving. Still the chat is on. I think it's a known bug, but I will complain in Discord about it later. Anyway. Man, these PC issues, you just cannot know what to do with it. Can be anything, or can be 2 things, or it could be software. Or it could be just something else, like maybe a cable is broken somewhere, but it's impossible to know. And it's so inconsistent. The other one, the other crash that I had happened 5 weeks ago. And then nothing from then onwards, and I tried stress testing and stuff like that. And sometimes the only thing that feels like a solution is just trash it, buy a whole new PC. But if only the money was unlimited, you know. Now we will have some logs now from today's crash, and I have a PC technician friend, and I will go straight into his inbox after the stream, and then we will look if there is something obvious. But yeah, and I will also talk to you as well. In our Discord. All right. Your DMs will be open and filled with my spam. Okay, so we need to survive now this outlap and the Q-lap. So this corner is basically impossible with this setup. The rear is just super crazy, as if DRS was opened. So that's where I crashed yesterday, in quali. And the next corner is where I crashed yesterday in the race, out of the lead. Simon, I have a Samsung SSD in fact. Well, it's the NVMe M2 drive, but like it's one of the best ones from Samsung. Like 960 Pro 1 terabyte or something like that. I'm not fully sure. It had a very popular problem. Interesting. Okay, so single shot quali. I did forget to put my preferred PC. So let's add some purple sectors. That's one purple. 2 to go. RAM XMP should be enabled, yes. But again, it all worked for 2 years, you know, no issues, so it must be either some software somewhere making PC crash, or it's just some component degrading, and then I suppose an SSD could be degraded. After 2 years of heavy RF2 mod downloading and deleting and stuff like that. And multiclass gigabytes per day in times of big esports prep. Two purple sectors. They had problem with very fast degradation. And could that, I mean, that could cause a blue screen of death, of course, but could it just cause PC to just completely shut off? I mean, it sounds logical. It bit of a deadly wobble, but today we survived it, which is nice. But a couple of more corners where I can take my chances at crashing. This setup is so much on the limit. They really need to make it more tamed for the next update. And across the line with 3 purples. That was nice. And yeah, half of the grid without lap time because it's just such a difficult car. Wait, what was it fuel? Was it 47 liters? I think it was 47. Wait, it wasn't, it was 7. Yeah, kind of. I did start with 47, I'm pretty sure, yesterday. And the brake bias needed to be put forward, like 2 clicks, if I remember correctly. I just had hardware monitor running before. I guess I cannot leak any sensitive information if I open this. So... where is it? Samsung SSD 980 Pro 1 terabyte. It's 980. 980 Pro. 62% utilized. But yeah, I'm gonna check it after this. What a weird evening and what a weird stream. You have exactly the same one, okay. Wait, 10, so in 10 minutes I think people from the Portimao race will join my... well, will end their race and come here and join me and ask me what happened. Let's see. Yeah, it should be like 90-minute race and it was like 25 minutes of practice and quali, so... Anyway. Yeah, then I guess I would need like a whole new PC, new motherboard with DDR5 support, and the chat is still on. Well, I guess I'm just gonna live with it. So an old PC case, 3080 RTX is fine, I guess. And then new motherboard, new RAM, new NVMe SSD, and the AMD 7800X 3D, and a better power supply. Oh well. Well, let's first see what the logs say. I'm gonna check after the stream if there is something obvious. But alright, well, let's hit up the brakes and get ready for this race. Nice Christmas list. Yes, indeed. Well, we are racing. If the PC crashes again, then already thank you for watching and commenting and liking in advance. But otherwise, let's hope we can get through the whole 22 minutes of this race without a nice blue screen. Hi Toby. Yeah, I'm about the 5000 series. Oh, you mean the 5000 series is the GPU, right? I wasn't really following AMD much. I just know that it goes from 7 series to 9000 series, but the 9000 series, the non-X3D CPUs are not really outstanding. But I kind of need a working PC, right? So I could wait. I mean, I plan to wait a couple of months and maybe in second part of winter do an upgrade. But if there is more and more crashing like this, I don't have time to wait for AMD. Ah, okay. Well, I didn't mean to update Nvidia, to be honest. I have 3080 and I think it's... I don't really need much more than that. I mean, that's my impression, that the GPU runs like on 50% and CPU is just completely bottlenecking it. So let's not crash into Indianapolis King. I even had a bit of understeer. So maybe I actually have too much of brake bias to the front. Well, about eSport settings, I never found any change in frame rate by going low to high settings, to be honest. I'm scared by this Porsche curves entry. I crashed yesterday despite being safe. And I was not the only one. I just don't know what to expect from the car there. Well, Petri in P2 is fast. Lotz in P3 is not dropping down much either. Let's see if they can stay close to me. I mean, like, running it in single player, I get like close to 400 frames per second. And then when I start opening OBS and running the stream and having other cars besides me, like they're not really using GPU, it's just like big load on CPU additional, so I think even with max settings on this ultra wide I could easily run it with 3080. Well, Toby, enjoy the way back home. And alright, Jan, thank you for the tips, and I'll send you the screenshots of the logs. Meanwhile, I think the Portimao race or the Algarve race, but I guess from now on I will keep calling it Portimao, because it seems to be a consensus that it's more Portimao than Algarve. So the Portimao race is about to end in 2 minutes of time, and if my PC didn't crash, I would be most likely having great fun battling towards the podium after crashing into the stupid toolbox in the pit lane. It would be fun. But this race is alright as well. Although, I mean, I guess the challenge is the same as yesterday. Try not to crash from the lead. And yesterday I did crash from the lead while trying to do like a safe PB. But the setup is so much on the limit. .36.5. I'll try to crash again in the last laps. By that I mean I will try to do a good lap for the leaderboard. Because I did see some James Baldwin and Bona House from Mercedes Esports having some nice lap times there, and it would be appropriate to be ahead of them. Oh, Petri has binned it out of Tertre Rouge. Poor man. No, but this car or this setup is so unforgiving. In high speed especially. In low speed is quite understeery, but in high speed barely drivable. I'm too early on brakes every time. Being scared from all the lockups from the LMDH cars, I suppose. But this car has good brakes. Please no crash. decent. That was quite fast, but it's still gonna be a second too slow for the leaderboard. Whoops. Had quite a wobble. I think the leaderboard best was 34.2. And the fuel is burning off, so the car will be faster and faster. Any guesses on how much DR I'm gonna lose for Portimao? I think it's gonna be minus 40. Although I did get the pole position, and supposedly qualifying is worth a quarter of points or something like that. Or was it less? Should be I mean, it should be like 5% max, but it's worth too much. But that could save me, so I only lose 30% or whatever. Well, the delta is going greener and greener. That's gonna be 34 if I just carry it into the correct direction. Good on the brakes, a bit sketchy on the exit. It did its best trying to kill me, but not this lap. And there is too much traction control. $34.5. 3 more tenths for P1 in the leaderboard. Well, Italo about 38s. I mean, if you can do 38s and survive every lap without a big moment of this setup, it's not too bad. Just like the more you drive this car, the more comfortable you get with it, but still it's so sketchy on this setup. Hi Christos. Well, you know, I would rather be sitting in the lead in the Portimao server now, but I need something to unwind my brain from all the bad stuff that happened there. From crashing into the toolbox in the pit lane to the crashing of my computer when trying to recover the positions. Hi Ked, did you make it into the pit lane with any power in the end? But yeah, I mean, I agree. Wasn't too great. You made it with 10% better, nice. Someone took over my 50-meter board brake marker. Zero liters of fuel at 10 kilowatts, wow. Well, I mean, that's kind of what they do in qualifying, right? In WEC. But I imagine 30 kph is not that fun. Don't give me a cut. It's a shame that if you cut out of last corner or extend a bit and it's not even a cut, but it still invalidates. Well, then keep your second gear if you will prevent me from taking first. This is fourth gear. Eight laps behind, well, not the best indeed. Well, you have beaten me, right? You will get less negative points than I. Pimp cruising. Wait, what exactly does that mean? I need to update my vocabulary, I guess. Meanwhile, I see Portimao is up to 90%. I saw 89 at some point. Yeah, well, ironically I was P7 when my PC said, oops, we have run into an issue, and showed me a big blue screen. Alright, well then I suppose you maybe even gained rating, right? But yeah. Where did Michi end up, if you know? I guess Daniela won in the end. Ah, copy. I understand. Michi's second. Wow. Ah, alright, Simon. Well, thank you for that info. Hi, Yankesh. Well, sometimes things go wrong. This guy survived the spin. He doesn't have too much of a damage. Yeah, Simon, I will try to do the same and hope that, well, it improves anything. But I really don't know. Like I could maybe just pull out all the cables and put them back in. But yeah. Anyway, this is gonna be now the last lap, and I kind of want to improve by 3/10. So good start. The tires are dead or what? Or was I just slow? 97 Celsius. It's not on the low side at all. But I was kind of cruising previous lap, so the temps shouldn't be bad. I still have all 4 tires. I have the engine. I don't have the rear wing. I cannot help myself, you know. I'm gonna crash so hard. I'm afraid to even lift the throttle. I kind of go straight, you know. But that was the most silly crash, which, like, I mean, if I crashed at Indy King, that's acceptable. If I crash into Porsche curves, that's alright. If I crash in a chicane, that's not alright. So, will we finish in the top 10? I will just keep laughing at it, to be honest. Because the way that everything went wrong this evening is just funny. I will try to do my best not to collect anyone coming from behind. It's not gonna be easy through Porsche curves. Well, maybe I lose the engine before Porsche curves. Well, here comes the leader. Here comes P2. And now let's see how much grip we have. We have a lot of top speed, you know. I can be still P4. Maybe not. Maybe P6. 5 seconds. Thank you for the sub. Straight lining this one. Don't spin. And it's a P6. A decent P6 finish around Le Mans. Oh, what an evening it was. Well, I told you I'm gonna crash, you know. It was either fastest lap or a crash, but I've already lost the fastest lap in the sector 1 and I still went for the crash. Nah, it's... Some days are just not the best for sim racing. Hi Michi, congrats for the P2. Yeah, safety rating will be up. For sure. And about LMP2s, it's just the setup. Like it's I'm gonna check what's the values. Like this 1100 spring rate, this is undrivable. I've driven 950 at Monza, and it was not drivable at Le Mans. It was just drivable in low speed and medium speed corners. But into Porsche curves and into Indy King, this is undrivable. And then plus one click to 950, it's insane. You need like 800 here to have it drivable. But this setup, it's like completely on the limit. It's not even having rear wing 1, but just because of the way too stiff rear spring rate. It's snapping everywhere. Even with detached ARB. Yeah, those springs are just super stiff. It's not been like that in RF2 days. That was like a normal race spring rate in RF2. But well, the car geometry and suspension has been updated. Okay, time to check how much DR have I lost in both races. I'm gonna get the rating back on Saturday when I most likely stream the special event. Okay, triple arrows down on Algarve. Let's see the results. I guess some people messed up quite a lot. Where is... Oh, Alexa DNF'd as well. Rank breakdown. I was not too far. Minus 31. Thank you, Kilabezi, for the sub. And welcome. And then we go to profile and we go to event history, and now this is already here. Well, it's not triple arrows up on the SR, but it's still up. So let's see how much we lost there. I guess -2, I would guess. -1.4, alright. And almost back up to full SR. Yeah, a bit of a mess from today. It's a shame that I cannot check the leaderboard for this Le Mans... Wait, I can! Because the other event has already gone. Okay. Wait, what? Lorenzo Colombo has... he has exported this event. 33-6. What a guy. But I saw him doing a lot of these races, so yeah, he has dialed it in and he's able to carry a lot more speed for Porsche curves and so on. But I've split the Mercedes guys, so that's fine. Be free. Alright, well, what more can I say? Yeah, Michi, below you in the R. See you in silver rating 3. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. I'm gonna spend a couple of minutes now on looking at the Windows logs and trying to figure out what went wrong. But that blue screen of death in the middle of the race was really not the best. And for the special event, it's 40 minutes, right? It's a very short one. I thought of doing 2 consecutive ones and a couple of intermediate races in between. Yeah, 5 minutes practice, 10 quali, 40 race. Gonna be an interesting one. Let's see how Isota, which is the only available hypercar, handles around here. Is this even a multiclass? No, it's just the Isota. Okay, well, time to say my apologies for all the brain glitches and the computer glitches. I didn't think that's how the stream is gonna go. I thought it was a nice Thursday evening drive around Portimao to an easy victory. But yeah. James is not Mercedes anymore. No, I think Opmer left. Jarno left Mercedes, but about James... I mean, could be as well, potentially. Maybe they are just dismembering the whole esports squad. Hi Lucas. Yeah, welcome to the team screw up. It would be I mean, it's even more funny because I have already crashed from the lead yesterday. And yeah, I mean, Gold 1 still not too bad, I guess, with all the glitches. Road to Silver 2, looking forward. See you on the podium. Well, Michi eventually makes it to the podium and I don't. James isn't Mercedes now anymore. Okay. Then I suppose that actually Mercedes esports team is just like completely out or dismembered or whatever. Or maybe they just have a team for F1 esports. Imola multi-race. Ah, you mean the intermediate one? Yeah, I'm gonna do it on Saturday before or after the special event. I have a setup for Ferrari. Oh, it's daily intermediate, yeah. It's hypercar fixed, and then it's the other one, it's the Imola multiclass open. I'm gonna do the Ferrari one. Teammate got blue screen of that yesterday as game left racer. Interesting. Well, I got blue screen of that today during the race. So, I mean, I guess you mean that, but what if it all just LMU doing some weird stuff to the computer? You can never know with the computers. It could be anything. Getting a salary for Verstappen. Oh yes, Jarno is doing well. All right. Well, hardware monitor. Let's see the temperatures during this race. Wait, I can make this a bit more viewable. Actually, I could just do this. And then I could do, instead of showing the game... Come on, where are you? I could show hardware monitor. Thank you, Mario. Well, laters. So this is not working, right? It's not showing anything. But for you guys who want to see my hardware monitor temperatures, then let's go back to this. And let's do this, and this, and this, and these. Is that kind of visible? It is. So we have CPU temps maxing at 66. And then we have, well, utilization is, I mean, this is not really that much telling, I think. But we have the GPU as well going to, where are you? Come on. So yeah, 78% max. I think the memory has bad cooling on this one, so there is a lot of discrepancy between GPU and the memory, like the VRAM, but this should be all good. And it was not too much different in this race compared to the weekly race, so it's not temperatures issues. What can you say about it? Anyway, it's not been the greatest stream and the greatest racing, but surely it's been a different one for the content. So thank you guys for the content, for the chat, for the likes, for the subs, for being here with me, enjoying. I don't have a Discord server yet. I kind of have one, but I don't really have it yet. But I was thinking yesterday and today about it. I might have it at some point, especially to run some fun events like the 1K subs party that we will have in 2 weeks of time. So yeah, alright, have a great rest of the day and see you probably on Saturday. Bye bye.